The morning of May 13, the year 2014, I got into my first flight heading to Frankfurt, Germany, which is the first stop of my trip back to Orlando. At that day, I went inside the plane, I sat in my seat, the plane was packed, but it was quiet. It was about a 7 hours flight, but I didn't feel the time. When I arrived at Frankfurt, I was shocked by the amount of people standing right before the security checkpoint. I stood there for an hour and a half, just when it was my turn. And right after, I went to check on my other flight heading to Chicago, which was supposed to be 3 hours after the landing in Frankfurt. But luckily, the screen said it was canceled. So I went to the first information desk on my face. I approached the lady there saying hi, but she replied to me in Dutch. So right away I knew she wasn't gonna be any help to me. I wandered around the airport for about an hour and a half just looking for any airline desk. I couldn't find any, but at the last moment I found my airline, but it was closed with a note saying we'll be open 2 p.m. That time it was about 10 in the morning, so I sat there just waiting until they opened. By the time they opened, I was the first person standing there. I told them about my situation. They apologized for the cancellation of my flight, but really didn't give any explanation of why it was canceled. I didn't really care, but all I wanted is a new ticket, so they gave me a new one. When I arrived at Chicago, I went straight to the Homeland Security office to get my papers checked and all that. But when I arrived there, another officer came to me. He took my papers from me, and he told me to stay in another line with other people. I stayed there for 5 hours. Nobody called my name. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. I didn't know where to go, who to ask. He just told me to stay there, and I did for about 5 hours until it was my turn. They gave me my papers back, and they told me to leave.